I remember, like everybody I'm sure remembers, I had classmates in my class when I was a kid. I remember one particular guy was so very quiet. It would be like the classic introvert. And everybody thought, including the teacher, that he was a stupid guy. Because whenever any challenge or any particular question was raised, he was always quiet. Teacher looked to him, he was too shy to speak. I got to know him over the years. We went to elementary school together, and I came to realize the guy is brilliant. He's probably the smartest guy in the class. I mean, he had many challenges in his life as we went to high school and so on, but he was the smartest guy in the class, no question about it. He was just a very, very internal, very what we call in Hasidic language, primizdik. He was an internal person. He was a very quality person. And he was a kid. I mean, we were children, so it wasn't like developed and matured yet. But he was a person, had not other circumstances in life coming in the way, would have been unbelievable. Really sincere, gentle, very sensitive person. Really understood other people. He had a deep empathy. And when you really get to know him, you start saying, is this guy, what is he exactly? Now, is he an introvert? As I said, I still haven't defined even the word in a way that's acceptable to all of us. But he definitely appeared like an introvert because he would not go out. He was not interested in parties. He wasn't interested in people. Even in the beginning, he wouldn't even show friendship. I didn't have to pull teeth because he did have what to say, but we became very friendly. And I recently met him even years later. As I said, he had other things that got into the way of his life, but it was a classic. I remember the misunderstanding of a child that can be the best kid in the class, but nobody understands the person because we like cookie cutter model. You like the popular kid everyone likes. When necessary, there's not necessarily the best person in the room. Now, he wasn't bullied, thank God, so it wasn't that, he didn't have that problem. But sometimes these type of children are also bullied because they seem vulnerable and they seem, you can pick on them. The point is that so much of our lives as children, as we grow up, is so defined by how others see us in this context, our social status, and how popular we are, and how outgoing we are, how not outgoing we are. And very often the introverts get the brunt of the criticism as being, oh, he's a loner. He's a brood, he likes to brood, he or she. So this is really a tremendous, it's a critical aspect to our personality and our lives to address this topic. So how do we look at this? So here's the interesting point. And I'm taking what I'm saying now primarily from mystical teachings, Kabbalistic and Hasidic teachings. And I'm not going to quote exact sources right now, but it's coming from that place, talking about what really defines a human being. Okay, what defines a human being? Are we, as I said, are we really wired that way? Some of us are wired extroverts and some are introverts. Is it something, like I said before, we assume through nurture, through education, through influences around us, or there's something more going on? And the answer is there is absolutely more going on. Because you can't answer the question, are you an introvert or extrovert, if you don't first answer a bigger question, which is, what makes us tick? Who is the human being? Before we start classifying and labeling people, you're extrovert, you're introvert, let's define who are you, what do we know for sure about a person?